Scrub-a-dub-dub, what's in the tub? What's going on, my scrub subscribers? Ace here, and I'm here with the CCL Season 2, Round 4 matchup team builder against Daniel, the head coach of the Laverton Leafeons. Was that enough of a mouthful for you guys? I don't know. But either way, we are going to be looking at Daniel's team right here on the right side, which is made of the shuffle icons, nice and professional. And it is composed of Salamence, Superior, Hippowdon, Sharpedo or Mega Sharpedo, because Daniel could really run both because they're pretty viable either way with the speed boost. Vaporeon, Porygon 2, Uxie, Ambipom, Rotom, Crustle, Kabutops, and Hariyama. Now, Daniel's team really doesn't appreciate, as everybody has told you in the CCL, fairy typing kind of just rips through a lot of his team because he doesn't have any resist to it. So any strong fairy type kind of tears through it, as well as a lot of other typings. He doesn't have a steel type, so dragon typing is really there, especially since he also doesn't have a fairy, which would make him immune. So I felt overall, I felt that Daniel's team kind of has a lot of weaknesses that I can take advantage of. Now, Daniel obviously has the Hippowdon, and looking at Daniel's team, I was like, he could definitely bring Hippowdon, but I was like, if he brings it and he brings sand, I could bring the sand team with me. I could bring Excadrill, and I could bring Stoutland, but I don't really feel that would be smart, because if I bring those two Mons, then I bring a Steel type and I bring a Normal type, which get absolutely obliterated by Hariyama. So if Daniel sets up the Trick Room or something and slows down the pace against my Sand team, like if I bring Sand, he doesn't actually bring the Powdon, he brings Hariyama, and I'm getting I'm just in a really bad position there. And even though Daniel doesn't have the greatest record against us, I still want to prepare equally for everybody, because I don't want to lose any matches. My goal here is to go all the way through without losing any matches, and to make sure that I'm doing the best that I can every single week to keep sharp and to keep up on top, and show you guys how to do that as well. So the team that we are bringing is, as you guys can see on the screen, is Latias, our Life Orb. Latias overall, I sped crept the Latias to outspeed Salamence if it's a Jolly Max Speed, and basically, with that speed creep, it allows me to drop some bit into HP, so that if he runs a Scarfer on something, or if I'm in a bad position, I can possibly take a hit in Ice Beam from Vaporeon or something at low HP, so that I'm just able to kind of just be in a really good position there. And I feel this thing is going to be really good. Like I said, nothing on Daniel's team really wants to swap into a Draco Life Orb Draco. Even the Powdon's taking 70%, and then I can just Ice Beam off or drop another Draco, and that thing's gone, because it's not slacking off before I'm hitting it with another hit. And with the Life Orb, that just allows me, it basically secures that I can take it out. Overall coverage, I just felt, Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, Draco Meteor covers everything. The Thunderbolt there for the Vaporeon, the Mega Sharpedo, the Kabutops really if I need it, and then Draco just hits everything that doesn't, and then Ice Beam there for the Superior, because if I drop a Draco and then, if I drop a Draco it comes in, then I can just have that Ice Beam ready for it as well. And then Defog just to get rid of hazards. I don't really feel that he's going to set up many hazards, but I felt, that was kind of the best slot. I was thinking about putting Shadow Ball on the extra slot there for the Uxie, but I don't see Uxie as a really offensive mon. It could be, I guess, but I really feel that it's more of a defensive mon, probably going to end up sitting rocks, so that's why I decided on the Defog there. Now we'll move on to our wall core here of Toasty and Leave Me Alone. I don't know, I just like that name a lot. So I decided on this set here with the Will-O-Wisp, Protect, Volt Switch, and Overheat, because I felt pretty much overall this set kind of walls Daniel's team, on the physical side. So, I don't know why the 6 is there in attack. It shouldn't be. It should actually be in special attack. My bad, guys. Nice, and I always have to have a little flub before we get through the battles and stuff like that. But I felt this kind of walls the Salamence, puts me in a really good position. I can have the Protect, so that if it comes down to a roll, which some of the moves that Daniel could lock himself into, with certain mons, would put me in a bad position. So I felt, putting the Protect on there is not too bad, and it allows me kind of good swaps, especially if I get a Will-O-Wisp off on something that just takes that residual damage. And then Volt Switch for, good turn initiative, and then Overheat, because I feel like this Superior could be a problem if it, is able to get off a Leaf Storm on us and then live one hit if it's Assault Vest. I felt the Overheat was just a really good option there, if it's at low HP, just to kill it off. Obviously, bold minus attack because it's not a physical attacker at all, even though I put 60 EVs in attack for some reason. And then Leave Me Alone is going to be my special wall. I decided on Sludge Bomb, Giga Drain, Spore, and Toxic. Now, I decided on Spore and Toxic because there are mons like Mega Sharpedo, Salamence that if they swap in, I would love to get them asleep. But then there's mons like Hippowdon and Vaporeon and Porygon 2 that I really want to get Toxic off because I don't want them sitting there forever and ever and ever and just living and recovering, slacking off. Wishing, like whatever, all the shenanigans. I don't want it against me. I just can't. I'm not gonna play that game. I'm not gonna play the stall game. So I'm just gonna bring this wall here that's going to just be annoying on the opposite kind of firm and be able to Toxic Spore down things that are threats against me. And Sludge Bomb just covers pretty much anything that I can hit, and then Giga Drain covers anything else that it can't really. This thing really, like, I have to keep this thing away from Salamence. So ideally, I'd like to get the Salamence out of the way first. So I felt that with that wall core, Salamence is a problem, but I do have the Latias outspeeds. But I felt, overall, let's just cover everything on Daniel's team to make sure that I'm in a really good position. Now, I called this thing, this Mr. Mime swap-ins because Daniel obviously doesn't have a fairy resist, so that's going to play into my, my advantage there. So I brought the Size Shock, Dazzling Gleam, Signal Beam, and Focus Blast. Now, I'm obviously Choice Scarf, as you guys can see there, and I decided on Choice Scarf because it allows me to outspeed the Sharpedo after 1 speed boost and the Superior normally. Now I can take hits because of my filter, so if I take like a Crunch or a Dark Pulse if he decides to go special, then I'm in a good position there. Like if he decides to run anything kind of crazy to kind of throw off my Mr. Mime, because I know he knows that I have a fairy type, so I'm probably going to end up bringing it because his team doesn't like it. So I thought, filter was a good ability on there. I was thinking about running Technician, but really, like, I feel this moveset overall with the Side Shock, Dazzling Gleam, Signal Beam, and Focus Blast kind of covers everything. Focus Blast for the Porygon 2, Signal Beam for the Superior, Dazzling Gleam for the Sharpedo, and then Side Shock just, like, for stab, to be completely honest. Dazzling Gleam is stab as well. But, like, mostly I was like, okay, we definitely need Dazzling Gleam for the Sharpedo. If that thing comes in, I can't be scarfed into Side Shock because the Dazzling Gleam is pretty good there. And then the next thing that I really kind of felt I needed to bring was the Hater My Dude, the Durant Choice Scarf. I decided to run dual Scarfers. This may end up being kind of weird. Normally, like on Showdown or anything, I don't recommend running dual Scarfers. But for a League format, I think it's kind of a unique thing to do. So I'm running Iron Head, X Scissor, Crunch, Superpower. Nice and, it's a standard set for Durant, but overall I felt this covered everything. And this is, like, if my Mr. Mime goes down, this is my other check to the Superior, which could be a problem, because once it starts getting set up, then I'm in a hard position. If he Leaf Storms up and just gets that contrary boost, I'm in a hard position. So I felt, overall Durant is a really good check to that, and it just can get off a powerful hit pretty much against anything. Like, I think Iron Head, puts like non-bulky Salamence, like if it's D-Dance or Choice Scarf Salamence, like in position to die from, like, it's a 2-hit KO basically. I decided on the Hustle, and I decided to go on the Adamant Nature because with the Choice Scarf I don't have to worry about, like, not outspeeding things. He does have the possibility of having a couple mons that have knockoff, so I'm gonna have to be wary of that. But with its natural speed, that's why I decided, like, instead of not investing like in speed at all, because like naturally I would outspeed with the Choice Scarf, I decided on that because, like, he does have the knockoff, so I want to be fast as well even without the Choice Scarf, but I want the Adamant Nature just to, like, hit things. If anything swaps in, I want it to hit KO'd and gone. And yeah, that was pretty much overall. So then, like, the Hippowdon was still kind of lingering in my mind, so I wanted to bring, my nice and powerful Shell Shocker, the Blastoise there with Water Pulse, Ice Beam, and Aura Spear and Dark Pulse. I don't know, I just paused, like, after Ice Beam and thought there was only one move left, but there was two. But nice max HP, max special attack. This thing's just an overall monster. It's put in work every week, and there's no reason not to bring it against Daniel's team because it covers, like, everything. The only thing, like, the Superior is a problem against it, but I do have the Leave Me Alone, and I do have the Hater My Dude. I kind of checked that. Just because, like, that was my overall plan there, and I feel that Blastoise here just kind of covers everything else. And if he decides not to bring the Superior, then I'm in a really good position because then Shell Shocker can kind of just blast through everything. And yeah. But yeah, guys, if you guys feel that I kind of missed anything, if there's a part of Daniel's team that you feel that will give me trouble with this kind of team, make sure to leave it down in the comment section below. Make sure to leave your opinions and everything. I'd love to hear from you guys. And if you guys learned anything, you know, just make sure to share it with everybody else. And yeah, that's going to be it, guys. So make sure that like button, subscribe, and check out all the other CCL channels that will be, or all the other CCL participants, which will be linked down in the description. And the CCL channel is on there, so if you guys want to check out the content there, that'd be great. But yeah, guys, I'm out. Bye-bye.